If you're a man who's struggling because you're lonely or you're depressed or you've had bad experiences with women, I've been kind of harsh in the comments telling guys, don't bring your whiny ass to me, go to a men's group. And in a way, that's true. I do know that men have a lot of struggles, and I want to hear those struggles. What I don't want to hear is all women are bad, all women just suck, because I'm not like that, and I'm a woman, so that's what I don't want to hear. It's just negative. But what I do want to hear is what your life as a man is like. But that said, I'm just a woman, you know. It might be fun for you to talk to a woman, but a woman cannot give you proper support. A woman can love you, can listen to you, be a friend, but the only way that men can really get support, good support, is from other men. And I'm not talking about like grandiose men like Andrew Tate, they're just trying to get your money. I'm talking about real men that care about other men, that actually are in relationships. You know, men that are actually married, that have kids, role models, men that have been through the struggle and are trying to help other men. They're not charging exorbitant amounts of money. They're not flaunting women in cars. They're actually, you know, when I see these guys like that, they have really clear eyes. But one guy I really think is great is the guy Connor Beaton, who wrote this book, Men's Work. It's about facing your shadow, facing the things in yourself, putting on some discipline practices. And one of my friends has joined the men's group, this men's group, and he says it's really, really good. And it's only $42 a month. Now, this guy doesn't know I exist. I don't make any money off of this. I'm just trying to give you some resources that you might not otherwise have. I guess they meet online and maybe in person as well. They have like small groups, and there are. I know other men who've joined other small groups from other men who have these small groups going. So I highly recommend that you find a men's group that feels. You got to find one where the guys are actually where you feel that makes you feel empowered. Not, I would stay away from anyone who tries to be a guru or a messiah. You know, people that give you tools that make you actually feel empowered to where you don't always need them. Okay, they should. There could be other men's groups. I've seen, like when I was at the beach before, I've seen like men huddle in a group reading like a 12-step book. Like there can be men's groups and 12-step meetings. Maybe churches have it. Um, it's really, really important to have a tribe because life can be hard. And if you've gone without sex or physical effect, like when I go without sex for more than a couple of weeks, it's horrible. I'm going to tell you, as a woman, I can tell you it's horrible because, you know, I need physical touch, and I know a man needs it even more than I do. And if you're not getting any physical touch, it's got to be heartbreaking. It's got to be discouraging. It's got to be heartbreaking. And see, as a woman, I can easily get physical touch. So in that way, I have it easier than men because I can get physical touch. It might not be the best quality, you know, it might have other strings attached to it, let's say, but physical touch is so important, you guys. I don't think that we understand enough in our society how important physical touch is. We always talk about how babies need physical touch. Talk about how babies need physical touch. Oh, let me just keep going on this video. I kind of feel like these are two different videos. I guess I'll combine it into one, but we talk about how babies need physical touch, and they do. They need it to regulate their nervous system, but also it's also very rewarding for the mom and dad to be holding their babies, or when you're holding a puppy, or you're cuddling with your cat. Like, we're tactile beings. We're meant to touch each other, and we have that natural longing to touch each other. Our sex drive makes us want to touch each other, but we have this longing to touch, to be connected, to see and to be seen. And, you know, people wonder why I'm so happy. Someone was like, oh, you should make a video about why you're so happy. Well, for me, a big thing is physical touch. It's nourishment for the soul, you know? And a lot of people have made sex be like this very dirty thing or body count or whatever, but it's physical touch at its essence. You know, if it's done in a sensual way, it's food for the soul. And so that's what I think would be really hard for men who are struggling and who have trouble with women. If they don't get any physical touch, that really sucks. Okay, it sucks. There's no other way about it. I mean, I would recommend at least if you can go somewhere and get a massage, someone to touch you, or a pay-to-play type of an appointment with someone who does a massage or someone who does tantra or something like that, if you can afford that, just to get some physical touch, okay? But ultimately, that you're best off if you can join a men's group, talk to other men who are also struggling with this and what they've done. And there are men who've had too many women. They just want to learn how to not be with so many women. Like Connor Beaton, he was just a big player, but he wasn't satisfied. He felt empty inside. And then ultimately, you can join a men's group. And but the other thing too, to get a woman, you can't hate women. And that's the thing that I was getting mad about at the guys in my comments, because they were just like, all women are just this and they're just here to take your money. And it just lands to me like so discordantly and unsettling in me, because I'm not like that. And not all women are like that. So you've got to get to a place where you don't hate women. That's so important. I'm sure the men's group will help you with that. I just wanted to come on here early this morning and make a quick video. The sun is just coming up. This is the early morning light. And just say that if you're a man who's struggling, you have it hard. The patriarchy was not all men that oppressed women. It was some men that were at the top of society that ruled everything. But men do have it hard. So I would suggest finding a tribe of other men that can inspire you and guide you, and that you can hear you're not alone, to have a community. And you can get that online starting out. And then I would also work on seeing women as, because see, the men that are actually like get women are men who like women, even if they're simps. They get them as friends. They might not be able to fuck them, but they have women. So you gotta like women to get women, because if you don't like women, you saw how I was in the comments. I'm like, get your whiny ass out of here. I do not want to see you. There's nothing more unsafe than a man who hates you, or it's just, it's just in our built-in DNA. So you've got to get to learn to where you like women. Okay, so get a men's group. Get to a place where you like women. And then you've got to get to a place where you have some boundaries with women. So you can't be like people-pleasing simp, because that turns us off, because we want you to be strong. So just start talking to women and treat them as real people. Be willing to say no. Okay, start talking to women, and then just start saying no to women. This is also for guys where your wife doesn't want to fuck you anymore, because we're not sexual attraction requires you to be strong. Okay, you cannot talk your way into a sexual attraction. You cannot beg your way into sexual attraction. It just happens, and it's easier to happen if you have some boundaries and empathy combined. So, but even the guys who are assholes, if they like women, they get women. Like these prisoners and stuff, they have so many women writing to them. If you like women, you can get women. That's for sure. But I think a lot of men don't know how to get women. And I think the biggest thing in their way is that they don't like women. They don't like them. They think that they're all mean, or they're lacking the sexual attraction factor because they always want to say yes. But I want you to see if you can get women by being a little bit more aloof, a little bit more willing to say no, a little bit less willing to just put in more effort than she's putting in. But overall, I do think that men have it a lot harder. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that men have it harder, or do you think that women have it harder?